back, everyone. This is Tony Fox here, bringing you some more Legionwood, Tale of the Two Swords Definitive Edition. Last time we were in Hawkshire. We were going through the desert. And we fought the crazy cyber lady thing. And now we're going to find some dude. Here it looks like. I think we were supposed to be finding a guy called Martin or something. The Treverians keep saying that Charn's most likely planning to intimidate us in some way so that we don't join the mill. I feel happy for once that we live in the desert. Not everyone makes it through the sands alive. Are you wondering why there are so many farms in a desert city? Underneath the sands of Hawkshire, perfectly fine, moist earth can be found. All one has to do is dig up the sand and they can cultivate a crop. Travelers always ask me about that. A traveler told me there's a city in the desert full of people made of steel. So cool. He was pretty cool too. He had this awesome white mask and a long blue cape. Maybe he's from the Steel City too. Is he talking about more thieves? Oh, random pop up again. Sorry about that, guys. Welcome to my stall, travelers. Need anything? Yes, what can you provide me with? Let's get some angel tears. Let's get 10. Thank you. Only get 93. Did a few. Not to do it. What I interest you in some famous Hawkshire pepper paste. It's made from 4 different kinds of the freshest Hawkshire grown peppers, ground up and mixed with the spicy nectar of the firefly. What do you say? Great rumor for a cold night, only 42 keepers apart. Go try out my sauce. Want some more spells. Greetings, Wayfarers. Welcome to this ancient storehouse of knowledge. Here you can have bestowed upon you the text of the ancients. Are you seeking to learn a skill? Yes, please. Teach us. Oh, that would be very useful. I see. Let's use this magic weapon. 50%. Quick strike with it. Those SP. HP. Mute. Well, I guess we did learn that mute means can't cast any spells. I think I'm going to take this one down. SP. HP. I don't know if I have enough to teach it to. SP is definitely going to be Alexis. No, I definitely have to have those there. HP. Alexis, definitely. Tips through osmosis as well. Salutations, I am an apprentice mystic, and I can teach you only the basic elemental texts. Are you seeking a skill to learn? Yes, please. Please bolt, shock bolt, water bolt, wind bolt, implosion. First I'll say, oh, that's right, the sin was very expensive, wasn't it? Bleached white human skull. We totally need some of those. Hawk feather. Poppy feather. Lizard strike. Some sort of growth. Titanium pot. Go in the air. I'm going to save. Now I'm gonna go exit and see if I can't find this guy we're supposed to be finding. What is this place? This dragon statue is a symbol of world peace that was erected after the Great War. I read somewhere that it was a gift from the Carnarian royalty, who were on speaking terms with Hawkshire back then. Apparently, the statue came right from Charn Castle itself. Very good to know. This statue is realistic and intimidating. Its eyes are quite shiny, and you notice that one is blue and one is red. Seems like the blue eye is loose. Did we really just steal a royal treasure? She was realistic and intimidating. It is missing an eye and only has one left. Yeah, it's missing an eye. Of course it's missing an eye, and if you stole it. I think my father's having a meeting with some traveling generals. I should be able to talk my way into the throne room. I'm going to go and speak to my father on my own about our situation. Once I've convinced him of the danger, I'll send for you. Is that okay? That's probably for the best. Until everything's out in the open, I don't think it's a good idea to run into the civilians. We'll go and see if Martine's about while we wait and get some much needed answers. I haven't seen the old chap in a few years now. It'll be nice to speak with him again. Okay, you do that. Martine is a wise man. He knows about things the rest of us could only begin to understand. Hopefully he can think of a way to rescue Liana. Where can we find him? Martine rarely leaves the library in the northwestern part of the castle. He'll most likely be there. I hope he is able to help you. From what you and Orc have said, I think he'll know something at least. See you soon. Northwest on the street. Up and this way. There are plenty of. Try to open the gate, but it's locked tight. It seems a key is needed to open it. Northwestern part of the castle. Let me guess, you have come to speak to me about the Sword of Gaia. I know all about what is happening with the world's nations. It was only a matter of time before somebody unearthed the blade. You know what is happening? You know about Castoth? Please, you have to tell us. I am descended from the archive keeper of the ancients himself, Orc. The book into which Gaia wrote Castoth is in my possession alone. I know of everything, and I think it's time that all of you, especially the bearer of the sword, and you too, Orc, have answers. Come, I'm going to tell you everything. What can you tell us about Castoth? We need to know how to defeat him. I do know of Castoth, but alas, that is not something I can tell you, as no human, living or dead, has ever discovered the way. However, with the Sword of Gaia unsealed and the presence of Ark here today, perhaps it is possible. That may make all the difference. Never before has Ark himself deigned to meddle in Castoth's plans. Castoth spoke to me in a dream while we were staying at Blackroot Inn. He tried to convince me to help him capture Ark. Do you know why this is? Well, Ark, what do you say? Are you able to tell them why this conflict has so far rested almost entirely on your shoulders? It has something to do with my past. No. Is it something to do with my past? Did I perhaps solve Castoth or something before I lost my memory? I see that even now your memory eludes you. Well, in that case, I'll have to go back even further, right to the beginning. There has been a tale carried down since the dawn of life on Legionwood. At the dawn of time, two companion gods collaborated to construct this universe out of nothing. The two gods worked together to accomplish their goal of creating a new world, and each one had dominion over exactly half of the universe's mass. After their work was finished, the gods went their separate ways. Soon after this, life began to emerge. Our planet Legionwood was but the first of many worlds. Religion tells us this is how the universe came to be, and records passed down from the time of the precursors suggest it may be more truth than myth. I know this. This is the story that is in the very core of each religious teaching in Legionwood. Why is this important? The story itself isn't. It is what happens after. The tales of the gods, which are not recounted in the modern scriptures, that is important. The god who created Legionwood itself, was called Gaia. After his work was finished, Gaia chose to live a life of peace as a mortal in his newly created paradise. You have heard of the Reeve, have you not? The greatest of Gaia's creations. According to the church, it is the source of all life. Wait, you mean it's real? It would seem so. Those of us who study the arcane also understand that it is the origin of all magic, the lifeblood of this world itself. Some call it the heart of Legionwood, but it is not a physical thing. It is perhaps something altogether more spiritual, existing outside of time and space. I cannot tell you exactly what the Reeve is, but it is what drives the cycle of birth and rebirth in our world, and it is where Gaia placed his own soul so that he would live again. Thousands of years later, the precursors on our planet had reached their peak, and Gaia re-emerged as the legendary scientist and king so famous in precursor literature. When we passed through the Technopolis on our way through the Border Desert, we spoke to some kind of machine who told us of the precursor civilization and Castoth's arrival. She told us of Gaia's research and his eventual invention of the swords which sealed Castoth away. She said Castoth's origin was unknown even to Gaia. Yes, you would have been told that. Only Gaia's closest companions knew the true story behind Castoth, and they preferred to keep the story secret, ensuring their friend remained a legend. Of course, as a direct descendant of Gaia's archive keeper, I too know, and so will you. It was during Gaia's research concerning space travel that he made contact with a powerful entity from beyond the stars. It was Gaia's old comrade, the second god, who was overjoyed to reunite with his friend again. Though, through months of correspondence, Gaia soon learned about his past and began to remember the time when he too was a god. However, Gaia and the other god did not remain friends for long. Gaia disputed the ability of the other god to oversee the entire universe, and a rift grew between the two. Gaia was a spiteful person. In order to appease his rival, Gaia deigned to test a new weapon, the arcane cannon, but it misfired, destroying several planets under the dominion of the other god. It was all a horrible misunderstanding. Gaia had simply attempted to impress his comrade with power, though this failed and took many innocent lives in the process. Unfortunately, the opposing god took this to be an affront to his divine rule and sought to destroy Gaia for his hubris. He created Castoth to destroy Legionwood, didn't he? I think I'm starting to figure out who this god is. Yes, Ark. Castoth was the powerful demon sent to destroy Legionwood at the rival god's command. But Castoth didn't fully succeed. He was sealed at the cost of Gaia's life, and Legionwood was safe. However, Castoth didn't fear. He expected that his creator, his patron god, would rescue him from his prison. Is that why Castoth was able to be revived during the Great War? His creator came and rescued him? A Alas, no. The Great War was thousands of years after Gaia's death, and Castoth directed his followers in obtaining the swords and using them to break the seal. In fact, the very reason why Castoth wished to be unsealed was so that he could strike back against his creator. The fate of Legionwood stopped being his concern, and that is still true today. Castoth spent years sealed away from life, forsaken by the creator whom he had killed for and sold with his very existence. That is all Castoth's wishes, to break free and use the tremendous power of the two swords to defeat his creator. The destruction of Legionwood is just an unfortunate side effect. Do you see now why Castoth wishes to destroy Ark above all else? It is said in Gaia's records that the creator of Castoth was a remorseful entity, even though at that time he was blinded by rage. Someday he would feel guilt for what he had done. Perhaps he would one day take matters into his own hands and do what Gaia could not. Perhaps he would come to Legionwood to destroy that which he had created. Just as Gaia did, he would place his soul into the weave and into the cycle of rebirth, eventually to reincarnate amongst the people he once doomed to extinction. Do you understand now? Do you realize what exactly I have just told you? That's God. It can't be. No, I refuse to believe it. A sin as terrible as Castoth. It's true. The other god, his name is Ark Reaver. Gaia wrote that one day when Castoth's hatred towards his own creator grew powerful, you would be drawn to Legionwood. His purpose is to destroy you, nothing more. And that, your majesty, is why our emperor requires Haksha's aid. That is why, not for war, not to apprehend this one man. The traitor who assassinated the Chanian king is expected to arrive in Haksha sometime soon. The emperor believes that he may not yet know he is being pursued, and might come here seeking allies. We need you to be vigilant and help us to bring this traitor to justice. And for the sake of this whole war, allow Chon to know that the killer of their monarch has been captured and that Travail sincerely apologizes for his actions. Let's see, I don't know. Ark has done a lot for both of our nations in the past. How can you be sure it is him? Please believe us that we are quite shocked by his actions too. But he was seen by both our entourage and the Chanian queen on the battlements of Chon Castle following the assassination, along with several other unknown people. And he has also stolen a prized frigate of the Trevlian Navy. Well then, if these things are true, and he has become such a diabolical man, I have no choice but to lend my support. Father! Lady Thea, what are you doing here? We had sent men to look for you. Where have you been? I've had half of my army combing the desert for you. It is not important right now. I was trying to actually find out more about the stupid war you've been so bent on committing the nation to, and I've discovered something which you must know. Father, your life is in danger. Thea, you cannot just rush in here after days of absence and say such things. How can you know this? The assassin who killed the King of Chon is here in Haksha, and met up with a group of travelers. They are joining to defeat him and the ones he works for. One of them is the Ark of Travail. Please, Father, you need to speak with them right now. Really? Is this true? Is Ark here in the castle? Yes, and his companions know all about the assassin and his motives. Please, send for him right away. Your Majesty, the traitor is in the castle. He must be speaking to the scholar Martine. What will you have us do? Yes, it must be done. Praise be to Gaia that they have not harmed my daughter. Take some guards and apprehend them. Inform the jailers that they are to be held in the maximum security area under the proper authorities until the proper authorities can arrive from Trebet. What are you talking about? Ark and the others aren't criminals. You can't do this. I'll accompany them. Thera, you have been misled. I'm going to bring justice upon these miscreants. But no, they haven't done anything. They're trying to protect you. Let's go for them now, while they don't suspect our coming. Xanthus, do not let the princess out of your sight. Yes, my liege. I shall not turn my eyes for a second. This is still a huge shock to me. Are you sure your knowledge is sound? How can I be a god of all things without knowing it? Think deep down inside yourself, Ark. There are too many questions you have about your life that can only explain this way. The strange powers you have, the fact that you were drawn to the sword of Gaia without knowing what it was, Castoth's grudge against you. Come on, you know it to be true. I don't know if I'm ready to believe it, but you're right. I traveled with you all these years, and you never even told me you suspected this? I never questioned you or the things you did, but now it turns out you're the one responsible for all this chaos and death? I don't know if I want to believe this either. How can I be the squire of Castoth's creator? Alexis, how could I have known? Look at me and tell me that I haven't been a good person all these years. I feel just as ashamed as you that I have apparently been responsible for so much death. I feel humbled. I really do. You were only a good person because you didn't remember who you were. I'm starting to feel sorry I ever trusted you. Lorne, I didn't know. Please believe me. I'm not sure what to say. I don't care what your motives are or what you've done. I just want to end this and get my sister back. There are some things that we're going to need to discuss, but now's not the time. We're going to have to learn to deal with this for now because we don't have the time to come to terms with it. Besides, didn't Martine say you came here to destroy Castoth because you felt guilty about what you had done? It doesn't sit well with me that you did these horrible things. We're going to need to talk about this sometime. Still, I agree with Lorne. We need to focus on the task at hand for now. What I feel about you means nothing because we need your help. This doesn't mean I'm comfortable with the idea yet, but I'm willing to put it aside for now. Tell me how to defeat Castoth. I need to end this now. In order to defeat Castoth once and for all, you must find and unseal the Sword of Ark. Once the two swords have been unsealed, you must take them to the two forges hidden somewhere on the edges of the world to restore their power. Once they are charged, if Ark himself wields them, Castoth should be able to be defeated. However, you'll also have to track Mercy's movements along the way and try to prevent him killing any more people. Speaking of which, he's due to arrive here any time now. Thera should send for us soon. Somehow we have to get Liana back as well. Yes, and I have thought of a plan for that too. Lord, Mercy's requested a trade-off. The sword for your sister, correct? Yes, that's right. He promises that she will be returned without harm if we give him and Castoth the Sword of Gaia. Then we shall give it to him, but not in the way he thinks. We must find out where the Sword of Ark lies, and Castoth will be able to pinpoint its location if the other sword is in close proximity. So, what do we do? Mercedes will inevitably arrive here if he wishes to continue his mission, but when he does, he'll be at a disadvantage. With the help of the King's men and the Sword of Gaia, you may just be able to defeat him. Anyone in league with the followers is given an artifact to prove they are working for the Order. If you get whatever they gave Marcy's, I can use it to divine the location of their base. Once you're there, you can simply offer the Sword of Castoth to Castoth himself. If he believes you're cooperating with him, he may yet divulge the location of the Sword of Ark. Right, and the fact that we've killed Marcy's, you think he'll just let that one slide? Castoth cares not for anybody in his service, Mercedes is merely a pawn to him, expendable. Okay, so we're in Castoth's catacombs, surrounded by his followers, and somehow we convince him to tell us this? How? Alas, that I do not know. Trade him for the location. Give him me. You tried to recruit Lon already, right? Through a dream? He has no way of knowing if or not Lon has decided to join him. Besides, in a way, I guess I deserve to face whatever punishment is tossed my way. Okay, so what will you do? Lon, you, Alexis, and Theo will tell Castoth that you have captured me, pacified me with the power of Soda Gaia. They don't know its power is gone. I'll willingly wait in the Castoth's catacombs, feigning amnesia. Meanwhile, you offer to help Castoth. Tell him you'll get the Sword of Arc. And how do we get you and the first sword back after all this? Castoth's followers are mortal men, correct? I'll use mind magic to escape from captivity when you return. And will we take Gaia's sword? With both swords, even powerless, there should still be some sort of effect. We can use this and fight our way out of the place. Hopefully we can kill Marcis in the process. If not, we'll just have to try and keep track of his actions while we search out the forges. So I would rather not let any more killing happen. That plan, it could work. That way we can rescue Liana, find Castoth's base of operations, and still end up with both swords. Speaking of it, Martine, do you know where either of the forges are? Unfortunately, no. Gaia did not choose their locations, so they aren't listed in his records. However, I'm sure they're listed somewhere. There are many texts in this library, the predate of the Great War. While you carry out your plan, I will study them in detail. Okay, so it's settled. That's what we'll do. Now, shall we go and see if Thera is ready to send for us yet? The Trevelyan generals? Stay where you are, villains! You are hereby under arrest under the order of the Emperor of Trevel. Under arrest? Why? Don't play dumb with me, Charnian! You and that traitor there assassinated the King of Charn and made off in a Trevelyan flagship. I'm afraid to say that you're going right into the maximum security area until the Emperor can arrive to execute you. Wait, we didn't assassinate the King of Charn. We're trying to help catch the true assassin. The King of Hawkshire is in danger. Arcanus, we don't have time for this. Where is the king? We must make sure he is protected at all costs. Do not attempt to lie, Ark. I saw you in the battlements of Charn Castle that day with my own eyes. The Queen of Charn has threatened an all-out attack on Trevel as the Emperor executes the assassin in front of Charnian emissaries. You caused a lot of chaos, you swindler. But don't worry. I'll soon see your head cut off and everything will return to normal. And I'll no longer have to share the Emperor's recognition with a lawless nobody who can't even remember where he was born. Canis, this is no time to act spiteful. Please, listen to us. We are here to defend Hawkshire from the true killer. Ha, you expect me to fall for your mind tricks too? Am I supposed to believe that? It's true, you self-righteous idiot. Ask Martine, ask Princess Thera. We're on a quest to stop all this madness. Your Emperor could be the next target. We need to stand and fight together. It's true what they speak of. There is a crisis engulfing Legionwood as we speak, and they alone know how to stop it. The scholar must be an accomplice of this. I see it now. They used his charisma and status to hoodwink the princess into leading them to Hawkshire to assassinate the king and implicate Trevel in yet another murder. Shall we call for the guards, sir? Yes, Thomas, fetch the captain of the guards. Tell him to prepare the dungeons. Melden, I will bring these traitors in. Oh, of course, sir. It is a pleasure to see the traitor caught at last. So, are you going to come quietly, or do I have to take you by force? Ugh, why can't we fight them? Come on, these people are innocent. They're just doing their jobs. I don't want to take any more unnecessary lives. We'll figure something out. Let's just give in for now. Besides, if Macy's does appear soon, the generals can see him for themselves. Well, do you wish to go down eating steel? It's okay. We give up. We'll come quietly. Good job, Volcanus. The Emperor will be proud of you. How long is it we've been here now? 3 days? 4? Every moment could be the time Marcise takes yet another life, and Liana is lost. Escape is impossible. The monsters that patrol this place, and the other inmates, long since turned insane, make every trip out of our cell a nightmare. At least I'll be executed soon. Once I'm dead, maybe at last I can find peace. Ark and Alexis haven't spoken a word to each other. I must admit, I feel strange in Ark's presence. I'm still not sure what to think about asking for help from the being who is ultimately responsible for these dark days. Ark himself seems oddly quiet. I gather he's ashamed of his past. He seems eager to redeem himself. Maybe if he does undo what he did, maybe we could trust him again. Then again, maybe Castoth is right. Ark is trouble. There's no doubt about that. Because of him, I may never see Liana again. Lon! Hey, Lon! We're here to get you out! Sarah, what are you doing here? Are you crazy? It's Marcise. He's in the castle. He's in the throne room right now, cornered by the guards. No, Sarah, what happened? Don't tell me. My parents are... They're dead. Now Marcise is threatening to cut through the entire castle unless he is allowed to speak to you. Speak to me? He wants to make the trade-off here? Princess Thera told me that the assassin wishes to make a deal with you. We freed Martine, and he told us of the situation and the plan you have made. Marcise said you've 20 minutes to get to the throne room. If you take too long, he's gone. He just slew King Zether in cold blood. I can't let him escape. It's my duty as a knight to bring him to justice. Alas, we shall need to hurry. But what about you? You're his royal knight. What prompted you to help us all of a sudden? You're Ark, right? Martine told us about you. I'm not quite sure if I believe that you truly are what he says you are, but he said you're our only hope right now, and I know Martine well enough to trust his judgment for the time being. Besides, as a knight, my duty is to avenge the death of my king, and the only way I'm going to get close to Marcise is if I bring you to him. Ark, is it true what Martine said? That you're the cause of all of this chaos? Sarah, I still haven't figured out what to think of it myself. I know deep down inside it must be true, but I can't believe I did such vile things to the people of Legionwood. I don't know what to tell you. I understand that you might blame me for what has happened, and I just might deserve it. What's done is done, and it cannot be undone. But we need you now to help us stop anything more from happening. Believe me, I intend to put this right. We'd better hurry. We only have 20 minutes to reach the throne room before Marcise leaves. Oh, before I forget, Martine told me to give you this. He said it'll help us defeat Marcise. This is a book describing many different tactical formations for battle. Since we'll be traveling in a large group, we'll need to adjust our battle formations regularly. Okay, I understand. Let's go. Xanthus joined your party. You can only have 4 active party members who are able to participate in battles at any one time. In order to adjust which party members you want to use in a fight, you need to use the item Tactician Tome in your key item menu. This item allows you to modify and review your active party assignment.
Remember that characters who don't fight will not level up. Try to make sure you rotate your party regularly and keep your backup members up to speed. Let's record the quest. Let's save. Alright. And Orc is a god. Still my favorite though. Poor thing. But we'll save it there, and that will be all for today. Next time we will go fight some Russies, hopefully get Leona back, maybe get Orc thrown into a dungeon again. Don't know. But hope you'll come back and see what happens. This is Katani Fox, signing out.